What's up? What's good? What's going on, family? So let's jump straight in and see what's going on for my sexy Sag. This is going to be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, as well as that 9th house placement, okay? Very particular messages here on the Manjula Awakening for the 9th house. But even with that being said, just take what resonates for your situation and bless someone else with the rest. Let's jump straight in, Spirit. This is for Sagittarius. Ooh, so we have some sort of intuitive awakening that is going on here with the Avalon Priestess. And I cannot lie, I was just looking at how the lapis lazuli was sitting on the card stand, and then I can't help but notice all of the lapis lazuli like blue coming out of the Avalon High Priestess card here. So sacred contract, yeah, and look what's these are separated. Say Isis, sacred contract, and then we also have Mother Mary, emotional healing. So I definitely feel like that there is a contract that is being fulfilled right now, and it's like I do want you to think of it like this, but not in the sense of you give and you, not in that toxic way. But what I'm feeling is like, you know, like you guys, you went out, contract, you signed a contract. If the contract is complete, you get your final payment. And in this situation, your final payment is a heightening of your intuition or an intuitive awakening. Okay, so I do feel like that there is some sort of sacred contract involving emotional healing that you are either on the verge of fulfilling, you have fulfilled, or you're about to embark on the journey to fulfill this sacred contract. And there's a like, just know that there's a greater, what's on the other side is greater than what you're currently experiencing. Let's see, Sagittarius, where are we going with this reading? Guys, I hope that this message is finding you all in good health and in good spirits. Ooh, so we have truth. The entire deck is in the reverse. Priorities, new beginnings. Telling you, I feel like that you're fulfilling. I feel like that for the majority of the Sagittarius collective, there is, wow, absolutely. I looked up a few minutes ago. When I smiled at the camera, it was 211. Didn't call it out, just dismissed it. But none of these cards go, like, all of these cards include 1 and 2. You're now, it's like you are like the portion of the contract. Okay, so let's think about an entire, like, let's just say that we're building a multi-home unit. There are phases to the contracting stage. And while there is a project contractor, 9 times out of 10, there are several different there are several different contractors with several different expertise, right? And different expertise are called in at different levels. Like there's an electrician, but the electrician isn't the build, but the electrician has to come in after a certain part of the build to do their part before the build can move forward. Right? So there's different levels and different phases to this, right? I feel like that you're at the energy with your sacred contracts. I feel like that you're closing up 1 and 2. And so you're getting into 3. 3 is going to be a brand new beginning. Now, let me break this down to you, Sagittarius. Ooh, this is a specific message, guys. I'm getting ready to get ahead of myself. I feel me. Let me slow down, but I do see progress. But what I'm here to tell you, Sagittarius, is like when you was in your contract phase for 1 and 2, you were trying to pull in qualities from contract phase 3 into 1 and 2, right? So you were constantly going back and forth. And you was like, well, I see 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 added together makes 3. So it's time for me to pull those 3 qualities into it. But the way that you was pulling these 3 qualities into it, you wasn't properly prepared to show up in 3 quality. What do I mean by 3 quality? Okay, so 1 is all about, it's 1 is that the new beginning, the potential, the ideal stage, the opportunity. So you're supposed to be building something, right? You're supposed to be like in the beginning stages. And I feel like that, well, yes, you can. In phase, once you get to stage 3, that's when you can focus on partnership. I feel like that you've been trying to focus on partnership in 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? You've been trying to combine 1 and 2 and trying to force certain partnerships where things need to be done in an individual so that you can get comfortable in an independent stage, so that then you can build upon that independent stage and you can then have the partnerships, and then you can activate the partnerships and stuff like that. Does that make sense? Beautiful message so far. I definitely feel like that there are some decisions, but in order, like, you have to make the conscious decision. Do you see, even in this card here, how they're being pulled as a person, an external energy, no, an external 3D element that is pulling them this way, an external 3D element that is pulling them this way, or they can choose to follow this energy, this spiritual energy here. But there isn't a 3D physical element here. Okay, so, and following this here, which I would assume is your intuition, because we do have intuitive awakening for the overall energy of this reading. To follow this, it is a solo journey. And now that it's like something, it's not to say you can't have partnership. It's not to say that you can't have this collaboration. It's not to say that you can't do something here or whatever the case may be. But right now, I am sensing some type of solo journey. I must admit, I am. The conscious card is 11. The subconscious card is 12. The card that actually came out to the table is Truth, and that's a 21 card, which is the mirror for, this is the card that actually came out to the table. So this is the universal energy that we need to focus on here. Having those epiphanies, feeding into those truths, right? Subconsciously, you always going through this. Well, that's not a priority. Well, I don't have time for this. Well, I gotta focus here, and I can't put here. And Spirit is like, well, okay. Well, what you think is a priority, I'm going to show you why it's not a priority, and I'm going to show you why you got to stay out of grown folk conversations, because if you don't stay out of grown folk conversations, you jump ahead. Ooh. Me and my daughter are right here. Me, my daughter, and my sister and her daughter are right here right now. And it's when the adults, because both of our children are homeschooled. So our children are with us day in and day out, and so it's easy for them children to hear the adult conversation, and so especially the girls, and so we have to find what we are learning, to find a more tender way to redirect our young ladies to young lady activities, right? Because if you jump over here, baby, you're gonna mess up your journey in 1 and 2, because you're trying to incorporate what mommy and Anna's incorporating in stage 3. Okay, does that make sense? Bring it together, wrap it in for me. So I do feel like that but the thing about it is, though, is we're past the children stage. You know what I'm saying? We're out here, we're adulting out here, right? So this is saying that, like, nobody's gonna keep it. Nobody's getting ready to keep it real with you, because that's something else that I tell my daughter. I oftentimes ask my daughter, and sometimes she will refer, oh, nothing. And I know that something is going on, or something is wrong with her. And we get through that moment, and then I have to, wrap it in that moment in and let her know that nobody in this world, I'm not going to say nobody, but you're not going to find somebody often like mommy that's going to go the extra mile to figure out what's wrong with you. So it's your responsibility to speak what's wrong with you, for you to figure out what's wrong with you and speak what's wrong with you in a very healthy like way. That's what I try to teach. So it's just like, it's time to be honest. It's time to be truthful with yourself. Where have you put yourself inserted yourself inside of a situation before you was ready for it, and then you got a jaded opinion for it, and then when you went back to where you realized you needed to grow at, but now you got this jaded opinion here. So how can you reprioritize these experiences based off of this? Just make it make sense, okay? Let's move forward, Sagittarius. I absolutely love you. I hope that this message is giving you some guidance thus far. If it is at 10:07 in, I would absolutely appreciate a thumbs up down below. That's two very special Librian guardian angels on the other side's birthday, 10:07. Ooh, did y'all see that? That was the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So there's some conflict within family, and Spirit is asking you to prioritize what you're holding on to, or within a community. There's some conflict within a community, and Spirit is really asking you to really look at what is worth, like what's the priority here, like what you're holding on to, the resentment, the remorse, the regret, whatever the stuff energy may be. What is it that you're holding on to that's contributing to this conflict? Because I feel like that if you get this, getting to the bottom of this conflict is part of the sacred contract. If you allow yourself to do that, there's some type of intuitive gift that is on arrival for you. And this intuitive gift is absolutely a new beginning. Three of Cups, the Lovers, the Empress, the Queen of Wands, and the Sun card. Okay. And the Six of Cups, the Tower. Oh, the King of Cups, Justice, Strength, and the Ace. Oh, Lord have mercy. So this situation here, I do feel like that this is celebratory energy. For some of you all, this is going to show. This is going to relate to something that is going to pertain to the next holiday, which here in the States, the next holiday, it would be Thanksgiving. But if your birthday is in November, if you know any November Sagittarians, or if you know any November Scorpios, then it could be this could be a message surrounding an event surrounding that type of celebration. However, let's just talk about this as if it's it's the friendship energy, okay? But it is celebratory energy. That's how this is showing up. It's like this could be a contract to do with friends. This is the Three of Cups is also energy of reconciliation coming back around, and friends fall out, and when friends come back together, there's a deeper understanding that takes place. Okay, that's the situation. The opportunity is the Lover's card. So that's harmony. That is ebbing and flowing together, taking the good and the bad. The opportunity is some type of shared harmony. The opportunity is to do what is best for everyone involved. There are some the challenge here is there are some things that it could be a mother energy that is presenting an obstacle. It could be a Libra energy that could be presenting an obstacle. It could be that this situation has proven in the past not to be fertile. Okay, but there is something about whatever took place in the past. There is some type of wise diplomatic approach that is going to blow apart the jaded vision that the past gives this situation. Remember, like, let's take it back. I'm not gonna stay there because I don't want to lose where I'm at. If you jump ahead, you jade your vision for where you at now. I feel like that this is something that like kind of got ahead of itself, and so now that we're trying to backtrack it so that we can clean it up, I feel like that we gotta take off these jaded vision from the past in order to be diplomatic in how to move forward. And the way through this is the Queen of Wands, and what is it that you're like? The Queen of Wands, one thing for sure, two things for certain, she don't lack confidence. I just watched a video on it, I believe it was Facebook last night, of a lady. She was dressed in the exact same outfit, and she did a split screen. On one side, it was what it looks like if you lack confidence and you're not really sure of yourself, and then the other side is what it looked like when you had on the exact same outfit, absolutely nothing different, but you got confidence, and it was a world of a difference. So the way through this is to become confident in what it is that you're passionate about. What is it that you truly desire? What is it that you truly desire? Because the opportunity and what's on the other side of this is beautiful energy. What I see here is a long-lasting, happy family. Like, not the Ten of Cups, but this, like, the Ten of Cups is the minor arcana of the two of these. Just like take the Ten of Cups and put the Ten of Cups and say that royalty deserves it. This is the royalty that deserves it. Okay? So there is something beautiful that is like, I feel like that because of healing some type of sacred contract emotionally, I do feel like that you are getting like your divine masculine and divine feminine energy is coming into alignment, and this could be like something new. It doesn't necessarily, but I'm feeling like, most importantly, this is your divine masculine, divine feminine internally that's coming into unison because of a contract that was put in place. It's been fulfilled, and now they can actually come into alignment now. Let's move forward. Guys, if you're still with us, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. If you're really still with us at 18 minutes in, yeah, we would absolutely appreciate a comment down below. I do read them all. Also, guys, if you're liking these readings and you feel like that, yeah, this seems like your situation, but you want to know what this Three of Cups is particularly for you, or what this Lovers is for you, or how you can step into this Queen of Wands energy so that you can get through this challenge, guys, hit me up. We are currently doing a special. We have 20 minutes, a live 20-minute session with me for $20, or 2 questions on a pre-recorded reading for $10. So this would definitely be the opportunity to take advantage of this special. Okay, let's jump straight in. Spirit, can you please clarify this Three of Cups? Thank you, Spirit. The Ace of Swords in the reverse in the World card. See, I feel like that there's confusion. Ace of Swords everywhere. Ace of Swords everywhere. Clarity everywhere. Okay? But I do feel like that this is someone that you have been through a period of not speaking, like a period of not speaking, close communication, lack of communication that is coming to an end. Okay? I do feel like that there is clarity and truth that is coming through. I'm being honest with you. I do feel like that this is something to do with reconciliation energy, guys. If you've not been listening to your divine feminine energy, that is a cycle that is closing out. Get Two of Cups, okay? I mean, I can keep it on the spiritual. I can keep it on the spiritual level if you want me to, Sag. But I'm telling you this, there is a partnership. There is an underlying partnership that we are referring to. And it is a partnership where there has been no communication, okay? With the Empress being here in the challenging position, I'm not going to sit here and sugarfoot this. This is giving off sacred contract, divine feminine, divine masculine, divine counterpart reading, okay? So if you and someone that like you, I don't care what nobody tells you, baby. The cards will confirm it. But as far as identifying it, you have to go with your intuition if you want to know if you're in a divine counterpart connection, okay? They watching. I'm talking about they watching. Yeah, they coming in. Like somebody's coming. Like somebody is like this. I don't. Cause I don't wanna it anymore. What is that song? What is that? Whitney. I know it's Whitney Houston. Cause I don't wanna anymore. I don't know what it said right there. But this person, they don't want to fight anymore. They don't want to fight anymore. I don't know. Then I'm getting that might come from Pocahontas. I don't know, y'all. Okay, I'm not. Okay, Spirit, I hear you. I'm gonna watch Pocahontas with my babies later. The most savages. Let me move forward. Let me jump into this reading. Okay. So the Lovers is the opportunity. Can you please clarify the Lovers? This is a beautiful reading. Ooh. None of them heard the song might say I don't want to hide anymore. And it's telling, look, no more hiding is what was right behind ISIS. I don't want to run anymore. I don't know what it is. There's something I'm going to have. What is this? Okay, so the Lover's card is the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Swords. To take the blindfolds free off. And whatever has been preventing forward movement, I do feel like there was this fear. There was fear of... It was fear that was keeping someone from embarking on this journey here. It was definitely fear, so there could have been external energy. My phone just lit up on that too. Yeah, and it's like, I don't even read y'all the name, but they got a crown on it. They got a crown on it. So I feel like that this is some type of divine counterpart that is not being, like right now I do feel like that there has been no communication or absolutely very little communication, and whatever communication was going on, it was leaving a lot of confusion here, okay? But whatever period you've been in as it pertains to lack of clarity or no communication, that is coming to an end here without a doubt. And that period needed to take place so that someone in this connection could see how their drive for this adventure was being blocked, and they were holding themselves back because of the jaded perspective of getting inside a grown folk business. Getting this, like they were basing their situation off of external situations, and it was jading their vision. Two of Swords to the Eight of Swords. So there was definitely a betrayal that took place inside of this situation here, okay? And I'm not to make excuses for you or the next person, but I feel like that the betrayal took place because of because of the jaded vision, because they were in a situation because of a prior situation, a prior third party situation, or because y'all try to move too fast and somebody wasn't finished closing up a cycle. Whatever the case may be, there was a jaded vision. There was a jaded vision, and it created some confusion inside of a very important connection here. And because of that, they wasn't able to see the King of Wands aspect of this, and that it, like, their confidence was knocked off. They didn't have the courage to go after things. But now they see the opportunity is to see that in order to have what your heart truly desires, you must release this emotion. Like, you must do this emotional healing so that you can unlatch from this jaded vision, period. I'm not going to keep on. Like, that's just the Three of Swords in the reverse. I'm telling you. And, the Emperor. This might be the masculine. This may be the masculine that betrayed the feminine energy here. Well, when the separation happened, the masculine energy went on a journey of removing the blindfolds. Whatever during the separation, I do feel like that the masculine had no choice but to remove the blindfolds. And by removing the blindfolds, they were able to see that they wasn't really allowing a situation to be as adventurous as it needed to be. Let's look at the divine. Let's look at this Empress energy, because it is in the challenging position. Why is this here, Spirit? Why is the Empress in the challenging position? That's that lack of confidence, my love. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, the Eight of Wands to the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So the challenge is the action. Like, okay, so I do feel like that this is not, okay, so trying to master something, like trying to take this from the approach of trying to be mastered or trying to master this is not going to work for you. But if you take on the approach of the Eight of Wands, which is that Mercury and Sagittarius energy, and understanding that it's all about the journey and less about the destination, that Mercury and Sagittarius energy understands without a doubt that the journey is more important than the destination. Okay, and I feel like that's so. This is a mother wound that the masculine okay, so either your masculine energy, like the masculine energy inside of you, or your masculine. I think it's both. I think it's both. I am hearing both. Okay, either way it goes, let's move forward. There has to be this. Okay, so this mother wound that someone has is preventing them from seeing that it's the journey and not the destination. And I would assume that the journey to actually enjoying the mother was very traumatic. So in the times with the mother were like, once you actually got to the mother, it was always explosive. Like, it might be good for a second, but then it got very explosive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can only handle your mother in small doses, right? Or your mother feels like that they can only handle you in small doses, right? So it's like you never feel like that you can really master that energy. And Spirit is telling you, if you stop the approach of trying to master that energy from that perspective and just embrace the journey, it becomes more flowing, and it'll stop being able to take notches at your confidence. Introspection with the devil. I mean, with the Virgo energy at the bottom of the deck in the Hermit. Yeah, definitely reflecting on past instabilities. Like, you have to reflect on the foundation. Let's see. Why is the Queen of Wands here for the way through this, Spirit? the Ten of Swords with the Five of Cups. You see, the way through this is to really like those sudden explosive endings, however they showed up for you guys. I really do feel like that it could be with the mother wound, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It just take it as it resonates. You'll know by now how this is yours. But what the way through this is to look at the temperamental energy that those learned reactions. How do you react when the explosive moments happen inside of that feminine wound there? How do you respond? Because there's something about the response. There's something about the way it causes this temperamental energy. It causes this very revengeful. Let me read you my words for the Queen of Wands in the reverse. And the reason I'm honing in on the Queen of Wands in the reverse is because of the Ten of Swords. And it's jealousy, jealous, hot-tempered, revenge, selfishness, insecurities, demanding, vengeful, temperamental, and a need to reestablish a sense of self. So it's like I'm having to go back and look at these explosive moments and see how I lost, like how those explosive moments really did pull me up off my square, and they became so natural and normalized, and it happened more often than not. And so it was normalized because of the relationship with who those situations happened with. And so now it's like having to go back and reestablish a sense of self when those kind of moments take place. Because Spirit is saying that I can't promise that those moments won't take place moving forward. But what I can promise is that I can give you a level of protection so that you can go back and relearn a way to reestablish yourself in those explosive moments. So that you can move forward and possibly make a living at helping people stabilize those explosive situations, if that makes sense. Show me the Sun card for what's on the other side, Spirit. Clarify the Sun card for what's on the other side here. And then we got to wrap this up. It's getting long. Yeah, the Page of Cups. Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. 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 And then the Empress. Yes, this is beautiful energy. And then the Lovers is in the reverse. The High Priestess is in the reverse. The Death is in the reverse. And then the Three of Wands. Okay, so here's what I'm telling you, though, Sagittarius. Here's what I'm telling you. Yeah, the Ace. Look, the Ace of Cups is right there. Yes. So I feel like that what's on the other side of this is I do feel like that there is some type of inner child healing. And I do feel like that there's inner child healing on a grander scale. I'm not going to lie. I don't care if this is a grander scale, as in, like, you heal the potential for this not to, you did the contract and your children don't have to face this. Or if you do such, if you are dead in the contract and deciding to help others in your community in that exact same contract. But there is something about this inner child here is set free. The Page of Cups to the Three of Swords in the reverse. This is telling me that an inner child is able to blossom into their full creative power. Like I said, I'll keep it on a spiritual level. But for those of you all that really are resonating with this being a divine connection, yes, there was a third party. You're getting ready to build, you're gonna blossom. Something is gonna blossom out of this. And send me an invitation. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Send me an invitation. I want to be a part of it in the most high vibrating way possible. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Okay, Sag. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Spirit, what is the closing? Archangel Michael, can you please help Sagittarius and not close this beautiful message up? Thank you, Spirit. This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have this situation under control. What will come is far better than you dare dream. Be honest with yourself. All of your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and let source take it from there. And then have no fear. Boy, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow Archangel Michael to use his sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. What did I say, Sagittarius? I can't help but notice all of this blue. You have something to speak. You have to be honest with yourself. If you can be honest with yourself, you can get in the vibrations. You can get in alignment with the vibrations of what it is that you truly want, and it can begin to come to you, and you can close out a period of no communication. But in order to close out this period of no communication, you must first be honest with yourself. Yes, it may be difficult to accept the fact that you may still want something, or that something may still want you. You may not know if it still wants you, so you won't allow yourself to accept if you want it. I'm going to leave you right there, Sag. I love you, and I hope that this offers you the guidance. If it did, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button down below. Don't forget, if this really resonated, guys, we are running that special. It is from now until November the 15th. Alrighty, I love you, and I absolutely am sending you bunches of love and light.